My brothers and my sisters, there comes a time in the life of every people when they must stand up, not in anger, not in hatred, but in courage. There comes a moment when the winds of history begin to whisper a question to every heart. Will you remain in the valley of fear, or will you climb toward the mountaintop of justice? Tonight we gather not merely as individuals, but as a family of hope. We gather because we believe that even in the darkest night, the light of justice can still shine. And I stand before you tonight to say that the journey may be long, the road may be steep, but together we can rise step by step until we reach that mountaintop. The struggle for justice has always been a defining force in human history. It is the quiet determination of people who refuse to accept unfairness, inequality, and oppression as permanent conditions of life. Justice does not simply appear on its own. It is shaped by the courage, sacrifice, and persistence of individuals and communities who believe that every human being deserves dignity and respect. Throughout time, societies have faced moments when the voice of justice seemed weak against the loud powers of discrimination and injustice. Yet those who believed in fairness continued to rise and speak. The struggle for justice begins when people recognize that silence in the face of wrongdoing allows injustice to grow stronger. When individuals witness inequality and choose to challenge it, they begin the difficult journey toward change. This struggle is not always dramatic or visible. Sometimes it happens in small acts of courage, people raising their voices, supporting one another, and standing firm against systems that deny equal rights. The path toward justice often demands patience, because change rarely happens quickly. Laws, traditions, and attitudes that have existed for generations cannot be transformed in a single moment. In every movement for justice, unity plays a powerful role. When individuals come together with a shared purpose, their collective strength becomes greater than any obstacle before them. Communities united by a vision of equality are able to challenge structures that once seemed impossible to overcome. History has shown that the combined voices of ordinary people can reshape societies, influence governments, and inspire future generations to continue the work of fairness and equality. The struggle for justice also requires moral courage. Those who fight for justice often face resistance, criticism, and even danger. They must remain committed to their principles even when the road becomes difficult. Moral courage allows people to stand firm in their belief that fairness and human dignity are worth defending. This courage often inspires others, creating a ripple effect in which one act of bravery encourages another, slowly building a movement that cannot easily be ignored. Another important part of the struggle for justice is hope. Hope gives people the strength to continue even when progress seems slow or uncertain. It allows individuals to imagine a future where equality replaces discrimination and where opportunities are shared by all members of society. Hope turns determination into action and keeps the spirit of justice alive during times of hardship. The struggle for justice is also connected to responsibility. Every generation inherits a world shaped by the actions of those who came before, and each generation has the opportunity to improve it. When people accept the responsibility to stand for fairness, they contribute to a larger story of progress and human dignity. Each voice raised against injustice adds strength to the ongoing effort to create a society where rights and opportunities are not limited by race, wealth, or background. Justice grows through persistence, unity, courage, hope, and the willingness of people to challenge inequality whenever it appears. Unity of the people is one of the most powerful forces that can shape the direction of a society. It emerges when individuals from different backgrounds, cultures, and experiences come together with a shared belief in justice, equality, and dignity. While people may differ in language, religion, traditions, or social status, unity allows them to focus on common goals rather than their differences. This shared purpose transforms scattered voices into a collective call for fairness and progress. Throughout history, meaningful change has often occurred when people chose cooperation instead of division. A single voice demanding justice can easily be ignored, but when thousands of voices rise together, they become impossible to silence. Unity strengthens movements for social change by bringing together workers, students, families, and communities who recognize that their struggles are connected. When people realize that injustice affecting one group can eventually affect many others, they begin to see the importance of standing together. Unity does not mean that everyone thinks in exactly the same way. People within a united movement may have different ideas, perspectives, and strategies, yet they remain connected by a shared commitment to fairness. Respecting these differences while maintaining common goals allows a movement to grow stronger and more inclusive. Diverse voices bring new ideas, deeper understanding, and broader support, making unity not only powerful, but also adaptable to different challenges. Trust and cooperation form the foundation of unity. When individuals believe that others share their hopes and struggles, they are more willing to support one another. This trust encourages collaboration and collective action. Communities that trust each other can organize, communicate, and mobilize more effectively, creating stronger efforts to challenge injustice and promote equality. Trust also helps people remain resilient during difficult times, knowing they are not alone in their efforts. Unity also requires empathy. Understanding the experiences and struggles of others helps people develop compassion and a deeper sense of connection. When individuals listen to each other's stories and recognize shared humanity, barriers of prejudice and misunderstanding begin to fade. Empathy allows people to stand beside those whose struggles may be different from their own, strengthening the sense of solidarity that holds a movement together. Another important aspect of unity is shared responsibility. When people unite around a cause, they accept that the work of creating change belongs to everyone. Each person contributes in different ways, some through leadership, others through support, organization, education, or encouragement. These combined efforts create a network of participation that strengthens the entire movement. Unity grows stronger when individuals recognize that every contribution, no matter how small, adds value to the collective effort. Communication plays a key role in maintaining unity among people. Open dialogue allows communities to express concerns, share ideas, and resolve disagreements in constructive ways. When communication remains respectful and inclusive, it helps prevent divisions from weakening the movement. It also ensures that the voices of many individuals are heard and considered, reinforcing the principle that unity belongs to everyone involved. The unity of the people transforms hope into action, strengthens the demand for justice, encourages cooperation among diverse communities, builds trust and empathy, and creates a shared commitment to fairness and equality across society. Faith in a better future is a powerful belief that encourages people to look beyond the difficulties of the present and imagine a world shaped by fairness, opportunity, and hope. It is the inner confidence that progress is possible even when circumstances appear challenging or uncertain. This faith does not rely only on optimism. It grows from the understanding that human determination, courage, and cooperation can gradually transform societies and create new possibilities for generations to come. People often face moments in history when injustice, inequality, or hardship seems overwhelming. During such times, faith in a better future becomes a guiding force that helps individuals and communities remain strong. It reminds people that conditions are not permanent and that meaningful change has often begun with those who believed improvement was possible. This belief inspires individuals to take action, raise their voices, and support movements that seek fairness and dignity for everyone. Faith in a better future also encourages perseverance. Social progress rarely happens quickly, and many struggles for justice require patience and long-term commitment. People who hold strong faith in tomorrow continue their efforts even when results are not immediate. They understand that every small step forward contributes to a larger journey toward equality and opportunity. This patience allows communities to remain dedicated to their goals, knowing that progress often develops gradually through continuous effort. Hope plays an important role in strengthening this faith. Hope allows individuals to imagine positive change even when they face obstacles. It keeps people motivated during times of hardship and encourages them to continue working for improvement. Hope also spreads from person to person, creating a shared sense of possibility within communities. When people support each other's hopes and dreams, their collective belief in a better future becomes stronger. Faith in a better future also encourages responsibility. Believing in progress means recognizing that individuals and societies must actively contribute to shaping that progress. People who carry this faith often work to improve education, promote fairness, strengthen communities, and protect the rights of others. Their actions reflect the understanding that a brighter future depends not only on hope, but also on commitment and effort from many people. Another important aspect of this faith is vision. Vision allows individuals to imagine what a more just and equal society might look like. When people picture a future where opportunities are shared, discrimination is reduced, and communities thrive together, they create a clear goal that guides their actions. This vision encourages innovation, leadership, and cooperation as people work toward building the society they believe in. Faith in a better future can also inspire younger generations. When children and young people see examples of hope, determination, and belief in progress, they begin to develop similar attitudes about their own potential and the possibilities of their communities. They grow up understanding that challenges can be addressed through effort, creativity, and unity, encouraging them to participate in shaping the world around them. This belief in a brighter tomorrow strengthens resilience, encourages perseverance during difficult times, spreads hope across communities, promotes responsibility and vision for social progress, and inspires individuals to continue working toward fairness, opportunity, and human dignity across generations. Nonviolence and moral strength represent a powerful approach to confronting injustice and inequality. Nonviolence is not simply the absence of physical conflict. It is a conscious choice to respond to hostility, discrimination, and oppression without hatred or revenge. It requires discipline, patience, and a deep belief in the value of human dignity. People who choose nonviolence believe that lasting change can be achieved through peaceful action, dialogue, and the courage to stand against injustice without causing harm to others. Moral strength plays a central role in this approach. Moral strength is the ability to remain committed to principles of fairness, compassion, and respect, even when facing opposition or hostility. It requires individuals to rise above anger and fear while continuing to pursue justice in a calm and determined manner. This form of strength is often more difficult than physical resistance because it demands self-control, wisdom, and resilience. Those who practice moral strength recognize that the goal is not only to challenge injustice, but also to transform attitudes and build understanding among people. Nonviolence often involves organized actions that allow people to express their demands for fairness without resorting to aggression. Peaceful demonstrations, community discussions, public awareness efforts, and acts of solidarity help highlight injustice while maintaining respect for human life and dignity. These actions demonstrate that individuals and communities can stand firmly for their rights while refusing to allow hatred or violence to guide their response. The power of nonviolence lies in its ability to reveal the moral contrast between injustice and justice. When people respond peacefully to unfair treatment, their actions often draw attention to the deeper ethical issues within society. Observers may begin to question systems or practices that create inequality. Nonviolent movements can encourage reflection and dialogue, helping societies recognize the need for reform and fairness. Moral strength also encourages empathy and understanding. When individuals refuse to respond with hostility, they create space for communication and reflection. Nonviolence recognizes that many social conflicts arise from misunderstanding, prejudice, or fear. By approaching these conflicts with patience and respect, people open the possibility of changing minds and building relationships that support long-term progress. This approach emphasizes the value of reconciliation rather than revenge. Another important aspect of nonviolence is discipline. Remaining peaceful in the face of injustice requires strong emotional control and a commitment to shared values. Individuals involved in nonviolent efforts often prepare themselves mentally and emotionally to maintain calm during difficult situations. Discipline helps movements stay focused on their goals and prevents actions that could weaken their message or create further harm. Nonviolence and moral strength also inspire wider participation within communities. Many individuals who may feel uncomfortable with aggressive or confrontational methods are willing to support peaceful movements that emphasize respect and dignity. This broader participation strengthens collective efforts for justice and encourages people from diverse backgrounds to unite in support of fairness and equality. The practice of nonviolence highlights the belief that true strength lies not in domination or destruction, but in courage, patience, discipline, empathy, and the determination to pursue justice while honoring the dignity and humanity of all people involved. Perseverance through hardship is the ability to continue striving toward a goal despite obstacles, difficulties, and moments of uncertainty. It reflects the determination of individuals and communities who refuse to abandon their hopes for justice, equality, and progress. Hardship often appears in many forms, including social barriers, economic struggles, discrimination, and moments when change seems distant or impossible. Perseverance allows people to face these challenges with courage and patience while continuing to work toward a better future. Every meaningful journey toward progress involves moments of struggle. Change rarely happens quickly, and the path toward fairness and opportunity often requires sustained effort. Individuals who persevere understand that obstacles are part of the process of growth and transformation. Instead of allowing setbacks to weaken their resolve, they use these experiences as motivation to continue their efforts. This determination helps maintain momentum during difficult periods when success may not yet be visible. Perseverance also involves resilience, the ability to recover from disappointment and keep moving forward. Social movements, personal ambitions, and collective goals frequently encounter resistance or failure along the way. Resilience encourages people to learn from challenges, adapt their strategies, and renew their commitment to the cause they believe in. When individuals develop resilience, they gain the strength to face uncertainty without losing their sense of purpose. Hope plays an essential role in perseverance. Hope provides the emotional energy needed to endure hardship and remain focused on long-term goals. It allows people to imagine a future that is different from the present and motivates them to continue working toward that vision. Hope does not ignore the reality of challenges. Instead, it offers a reason to keep trying even when circumstances are difficult. Communities that share hope often support each other during times of struggle, strengthening their collective determination. Perseverance through hardship is often strengthened by unity and cooperation. When individuals face challenges together, they are able to share responsibilities, encourage one another, and maintain morale during difficult times. Support from others can reduce feelings of isolation and remind individuals that they are part of a larger effort. This sense of community strengthens determination and helps people remain committed to their shared goals. Patience is another important aspect of perseverance. Achieving meaningful progress requires time, reflection, and careful effort. Individuals who practice patience recognize that lasting change is built step by step. They understand that progress may occur gradually through small improvements that accumulate over time. Patience encourages thoughtful decision-making and prevents frustration from turning into discouragement. Perseverance also reflects a deep belief in human potential. People who persist through hardship often believe that improvement is possible and that their actions can contribute to positive change. This belief encourages them to continue working, learning, and supporting others despite the challenges they encounter. Their dedication often inspires those around them, creating a ripple effect in which perseverance spreads through communities and strengthens collective efforts for fairness and opportunity. Perseverance through hardship demonstrates determination, resilience, patience, hope, cooperation, and the belief that continuous effort can gradually overcome obstacles and create meaningful progress in the pursuit of justice and human dignity. The vision of the mountaintop represents a powerful image of hope, progress, and the possibility of a just and equal society. A mountaintop often symbolizes a place where one can see far beyond the present moment, gaining a clearer understanding of what lies ahead. In social and moral struggles, this vision reflects the belief that despite hardship and obstacles, a future filled with justice, dignity, and opportunity is possible. The mountaintop becomes a symbol of the goals people strive to reach when they work together for fairness and equality. This vision begins with imagination. People must first imagine a society where discrimination, injustice, and inequality are replaced by respect and opportunity for all. Imagination allows individuals to see beyond the limits of their current situation and picture a world shaped by compassion and fairness. When communities share this vision, they develop a strong sense of direction that guides their efforts and motivates them to continue working toward meaningful change. The mountaintop also represents clarity. From a high place, the landscape becomes easier to understand. In the same way, the vision of a better society helps people understand the importance of their struggles and the value of their efforts. When individuals see the larger purpose behind their actions, they gain the motivation to continue moving forward even when the journey becomes difficult. The vision offers perspective, reminding people that each step taken toward justice contributes to a greater goal. Reaching the mountaintop requires courage and determination. The path toward a more just society is rarely easy or direct. It often involves climbing through steep challenges, confronting resistance, and overcoming moments of doubt. Those who carry the vision of the mountaintop understand that progress requires patience and resilience. They remain committed to their ideals even when the journey becomes demanding, believing that the view from the mountaintop will reveal the results of their persistence. Another important part of this vision is inspiration. When people speak about the mountaintop, they inspire others to believe in the possibility of change. The image of reaching a higher place encourages individuals to look beyond immediate difficulties and focus on long-term progress. Inspiration spreads through communities, encouraging more people to join efforts that support justice, equality, and human dignity. The vision of the mountaintop also encourages unity among people. When individuals share a common destination, they are more likely to cooperate and support one another. The idea of reaching a place where fairness and opportunity exist for everyone creates a sense of shared purpose. Communities that hold this vision together become stronger and more determined in their efforts to overcome barriers and create a better future. Responsibility is another element connected to the vision of the mountaintop. Believing in a better future encourages individuals to take action in their own lives and communities. People begin to recognize that progress depends on their willingness to stand for fairness, support others, and contribute to positive change. Each effort, no matter how small, becomes part of the larger journey toward a more just society. The vision of the mountaintop reflects hope, imagination, clarity, courage, inspiration, unity, and responsibility in the ongoing effort to build a society where dignity, justice, and opportunity are shared by all people across communities and generations. My friends, the journey toward justice is never easy, and the road ahead may still hold many challenges. Yet we must remember that every step taken with courage brings us closer to the vision we believe in. The struggle for justice, the unity of the people, the faith in a better future, the strength of nonviolence, the perseverance through hardship, and the vision of the mountaintop are not separate ideas. They are threads of one great purpose, the creation of a world where dignity and opportunity belong to every human being. Let us continue to stand together with hope in our hearts and determination in our actions. Let us refuse to allow fear, division, or despair to weaken our commitment to fairness and equality. Each voice raised for justice, each act of courage, and each moment of unity becomes a step upward on the climb toward that mountaintop. And as we continue this journey, let us carry with us the belief that change is possible when people choose courage over silence and hope over despair. When we move forward together with faith, determination, and unity, the horizon of justice becomes clearer and the promise of a better world grows stronger before us.